What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse, and this is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time. And today is a debut on the channel. This is Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Never heard of this game. Seems to be a DS game. And we're going to be hearing two songs. Although the main reason I'm doing this video is because I'm searching for Christmas theme music. And the other one is just another song. And that's going to be the final boss theme, which is the Elder Princess Shroob Battle. And the first one we're going to be hearing is Hollijolli Village, which is the reason I'm doing this video is because I'm looking for Christmas themed songs in video games, and this one was suggested to me, which by the way was requested by Illegally Sam. Thank you. Never heard of this game. I know there's like a billion Mario games. Actually, someone told me once how many there was. It was like 200 or something, like official games. And I don't even think that, I think that was with spin-offs. I don't know. But DS? I haven't done a lot of DS. We're gonna start with the Christmas one. So let's see if this will make it into VGM Vibes 8, which is the Christmas themed episode. This is Hollijolli Village. With a name like that, you know? Sounds like a clock. Sleigh bells. This upload sounds kind of old. 12 years ago, yeah. Interesting. It's kind of creepy. Dun, dun, dun. It's like a dark take on Christmas, kind of. It sounds like a JRPG. I wonder if this is Koji Kondo. Does it say Yoko Shimura? Okay. I did say it sounds like a JRPG. I would never guess this is Christmas related, besides the sleigh bell going off. It's in a minor key, so it's like the tonality is like off, but there's no right or wrong, you know. What is going on in this Hollijolli Village? I thought it was gonna be super happy. Yeah, a lot of like bell sounds and clock themes. Triangle. Ding. A lot of percussion knickknacks. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Well, as I said, I asked my Patreon, who's very active, what Christmas themes are out there, so I can put them in my next episode of VGM Vibes 8, which is Christmas themed songs in games. And I got a whole bunch of answers. I did it kind of different this time. I never have like a set way of doing things anyways. I kind of like to change things up all the time, but typically what I've been doing is gather responses from all members, free to paid, then take suggestions based on those comments and how much traction they're getting and likes they get, to then putting into like a voting phase, and then from there narrow it down. So it kind of gets curated quite a bit. But it's not always just the numbers or the votes or the likes. You know, I see everything. I determine it. I guess it's just really, at the end of the day, kind of up to me, you know, like, has this person been waiting a long time? Are they brand new, or is it super relevant? In this case, it's the spirit of Christmas, so I kind of did everything. I had members. I took suggestions from people that haven't been waiting really, stuff like that, as long as it fits the theme, since it's a little different. It's a kind of a specific episode. But for this one, I wanted to skip the voting phase completely, but also I wanted to just feature games that I haven't really featured before. And the whole time I've been doing this video game music journey that I've been on, I have not heard a lot of Mario in general. And I've never even heard of this one, so take that another step further. I was like, I never even heard of this Mario game, so why not? I didn't even know it was on DS until I opened the tab and then I saw the thumbnail. So that takes that another notch further, because if you think I've never heard a lot of Nintendo stuff, amplify that by 20 with DS stuff. So, and then I find out right here in this description that it was Yoko Shimomura, who may or may not be featured already in this episode. Not this episode right here, but VGM Vibes 8 with the Christmas theme. A certain game with hearts and kingdoms. But this one was so interesting because I've had a little bit of a mixed choicings, that's not a word, of Christmas flavors, let's say. I've had jolly things. I've had some electronic stuff, some heavy metal, and your kind of traditional Christmas music. A lot of bells. I noticed in order to have a Christmas song, it has to have a sleigh bell in it. Just like at the very least, and all of us, like the metal song I did, for example, which is from Terraria. It would never be a Christmas song, but they added the bells, so it's cool. Things like that. This one, while I had the bells, it kind of sounded like it could be a spooky theme, which was my last episode. This one had a very, what it reminded me, actually? In that spooky episode of VGM Vibes 7, I did a Luigi song, which is the main theme of Luigi's Mansion. The dark hallway and the one where he's humming. So maybe Luigi brings... I don't know anything about Luigi. I just know he's the brother. And he's green. And he's kind of a scaredy cat kind of thing. Maybe he's bringing that flavor to this Mario game. It's just kind of... So what I'm saying is maybe this song has to do with Luigi. I guess it could sound kind of Christmassy, but... Sort of? I don't know. I got a little bit of Grant Kirkhope in there, too, with the sound effects, like the heavy use of... It sounded like a pendulum clock and bell towers and stuff. It just sounded very much like a very active place. But this is going to be one of those times where I need to see the imagery happening to put that music together, because I'm very curious how this has to do with Christmas. With what's reflecting on screen. I would have to assume the visuals are completely different to what I'm imagining right now, because I'm imagining just... Honestly, that's kind of weird. Like it sounded more like a haunted house theme. So that's interesting. But yeah, I'll check it out. Partners in Time. I'm guessing the premise is because I saw this right here, this cover art. Just off of this, basically, it looks like they're kids and there's probably time travel, right? I see a little baby Mario, baby Luigi, baby Bowser, baby Peach. And it just seems like a whole chaotic mess happening. Castles on fire, aliens. So it might be a very diverse game. Lots of worlds you can go to, lots of settings. And which, some of my favorite games are like that, where they not only travel to different locations randomly, but also time periods in the same game. Game you hear me talk about a lot is Ape Escape. They do the exact same thing. Same with A Hat in Time, another game I talk about. I think Mario does that too, but I don't know how often time gets mentioned. But that's my guess on this one. And then, yeah, Yoko Shimomura. So I'm guessing she did the whole soundtrack, but we'll see. So this one has nothing to do with Christmas whatsoever, but I was asked to pair it together, so why not? As far as I'm concerned, these songs have nothing to do with each other. Not even the same location, nothing. They're just from the same game. So we're going to go from Hollijolli Village to the final boss. Very interesting. This is, I don't know if I said from the channel Bird Swamp, but yeah. Here it's called Final Boss, but the notes say Elder Princess Shroob Battle. Kind of short. Let's go. Oh, both these are very old uploads. I could tell by the sound of it. I see Peach in the background being carried by aliens. Kind of mellow for a final boss theme. Or it might be like a talking phase. It sounds like talking right here. Oh, it's darkening. It's so wild how YouTube compression sounded back then, you know? It's not you or this video, it's this song. It sounds menacing. Not a whole lot of energy, but a lot of emotional energy. No? Or I should say not physical energy, but emotional. Let's find out some more information about Mario and Luigi, partners in time. Oh, it's almost over. That kind of left me wanting more. Man, the compression was interesting. But I've said this many times in the past, you know, whatever links get sent to me, I'm never like fault to the requester for sending this, just whatever is available, you know. We're just lucky to have anything. But I never let that really affect me. I know I brought it up, but I don't let it affect me. I can still hear the melodies and the chord changes and all that, you know, so it's not really a big deal. But it's very noticeable as someone whose ears are so active. But it is interesting because it's the reason I bring it up is because I've even suffered from it. Like I've had older videos here on this channel, like where I first started doing reactions, and like the audio is kind of like weird. I don't know what happened, but like at some point in the past like 2 years or something, I didn't change anything, but audio quality like significantly jumped. So anyways, so the Wikipedia, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, 2005. It's an RPG. Oh, there you go. Developed by Uffa Dream. Mm-hmm. It is the second game in the Mario and Luigi series. Oh, and it is a prequel / sequel to the Game Boy Advance game Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Prequel / sequel. I never heard of that before. I guess, well, Partners of Time, I guess you can kind of get away with time manipulation. It was released on the Wii U later on. Okay. Well, I mean, it looks like a Mario game. I don't know how else to really put it. It just looks like you're kind of... What? I'm trying to see how they integrated the dual screen part. Apparently there's a Switch game too, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, plus Baby Bowser's Pilots. I get really confused when it comes to Mario games, not only because I didn't grow up with them, but there's so many like spin-offs and sub-series. Like I don't know what's what, you know. As an outsider, think of it this way. As someone who just doesn't know Mario, there's World, there's Odyssey, there's Galaxy, there's this thing, there's like, I wouldn't even know where to start. You know what I mean? Not that I'm really asking, but you can see how, like, growing up alongside, parallel to Mario, how it always seemed confusing to me because there's just so many. And I'm sure they have like their, well, I'm not sure actually, I'm guessing, but I would assume that there's like a canon Mario game that follows a certain story, or maybe there's just no canon at all. It's just every game is just like plumber guy, new adventure. Who knows? I have no idea. I just know that it's the most recognizable video game entity in the planet, and I think that's why it's so fascinating to me, is because like everyone knows of Mario. It's like that name, just the name Mario is already like associated. It's probably the first thing people think of when they hear the name Mario. They don't even think of like their friend or relative that may be named Mario. They think of Super Mario. Anyways, just something I always thought was interesting. And not only that, is like all the characters seem to be iconic. I've never played Mario, and yet I know who Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, and crap, the other ones, Goombas. Like, no, they're not Goombas. Crap. What the hell's the mushroom head? I can't think right now, so I'm kind of just ignore what I said. But you know, like I still like there's so much a part of pop culture that, you know. Anywho, oh, and Bowser. God, I cannot think of the name of the mushroom head. It starts with a T, I think. Anyways, you know, this was a very interesting video for me because I'm currently only searching for Christmas themed songs. So going into this one, I knew, okay, I'm going to put my mind state in two different places. I'm not going to assume that the final boss one has anything to do with the first one or anything. I knew that I was going to go here, kind of clean my memory, and then go to the next one. So the first one, the Hollijolli Village, like I said, I've already talked about it, but the soundtrack is very interesting to me so far because I've only heard these two songs, but they're not what I was expecting on both of them. So the first one sounded to me more like a spooky Hollijolli Village or something. I kept thinking clocks and like a dark mansion, you know, like a haunted house. That's what it sounded like to me, with the occasional sleigh bell. So it was like conflicting my head really, really hard. It was a clash of scenery, but it was cool. It's just, you know, it's just a different take on the, I guess, the Christmas thing. Then again, I don't even know if it has to do with Christmas. I'm taking people's words on it. I won't know until after this video when I research it and see footage. That then I can, you know, but as a reaction right now, I have no clue. And the second one, which is the final boss, you know, I don't really, well, if it wasn't made apparent yet, I don't know anything about Mario. But I especially don't know how they handle final bosses. To my knowledge, which is, I just always figured that Bowser's the final boss each time, or some variation of Bowser or something. It's like the kind of constant antagonist. In this one, it said Elder Princess Shroob battle. But not only that, is that this song, while good, it is Yoko Shimomura and it sounds good. First of all, it sounded very, very JRPG. Like it sounded something like out of like Chrono Trigger or something like mid 90s. So it was really, it sounded like it, like an SNES, I guess I should say, which is cool. I don't know if that was intended because of the whole time thing, but it sounded like that to me. But it didn't really sound like a final boss theme to me either. But then at that, you know, when we get to that kind of crossroads, it's like, is there a certain sound final boss should have? I don't know, I guess, maybe. Not really. But to me, what this sounded like was the preparation to the final boss. It sounded like the dialogue that's happening before said battle. So I'm very curious. I don't have to do research for this one, but I'm curious now because I want to see how a final boss looks and plays to this kind of soundtrack. Because the like I said, the physical energy was low of the song, but the mental energy was rampant. It was stressful and it sounded very chaotic and kind of similar to like what I would think in Kingdom Hearts, which is pretty fitting here considering it's the same composer. But yeah, I felt like the song was gonna go somewhere else or pick up or something. Again, not bad things. I'm not like criticizing it. I hope it's just a reaction, like what I get. So 2 totally different songs from this DS game. And yeah, let me know whatever you want about the DS. Did you experience it? I know I was a big following and the dual screen was interesting and all that, but let me know if you've played Partners in Time, if you know anything about it. And I will research Hollijolli Village, and I guess I'll research both of them, but we'll see if Hollijolli Village will make it into VGM Vibes 8 yet. I'm not sure. Who knows? They're suggestions at this point, and they're not guarantees. Anywho, 2 really cool songs. I've heard a lot of Yoko Shimomura this week. Very interesting. Thank you, Illegally Sam. Thank you to all the requesters. Thank you to my Patreon members you see here. I couldn't be here without them. I will see you in VGM Vibes 8, the Christmas-themed episode. Happy holidays. My name is Jesse. Later.